Hi again everybody, hi, it's only me, Richard, okay, Wushu Richard, and in this video I want to talk to you about a couple of things, okay. I want to talk to you about communication and patience, okay. And now I'm walking on this path here again, in nature, in the college, as I say, where I teach, and I teach a lot of students, as I say, but I want to say patience is something that we need, but communication is the key, I believe, always. When I say that, I mean being positive, and keeping that going. You can't just become negative and not, communicative just because other people disrespect you. There are some people, and it can be not only individuals but in groups, you might have to deal with people where, not deal with them as such, and who are we to be trying to deal with each other, but it's like you get people that are just so awkward to communicate with. Like, even where I'm working, there's a few people in the office where I'm working, and maybe you know about this stuff. There's people who work in the office, and they've got different personalities and attitudes. Some of them have more ego than the others, and they're just like, they're all different, but we're all busy, and we all understand that, and we respect each other. Everybody respects. We should need to respect. Everybody's busy, and everybody has their own things to do, so they're not always going to be patient with you, and your worries and concerns may not be theirs. Their interests are different to yours. But what I'm saying is sometimes you get people which are so difficult to communicate with, and it depends on what you're doing. Like with me, I'm a teacher, as I say, my job, I teach massive groups of students, hundreds of students. And I have to stand there and try and communicate with all those students, mostly in a foreign language too, in Chinese, which I will speak most of the time. Just having a walk here. Check out this area, guys. Little pond area here. What's this about? I don't think there's any fish or living things in there. There may be. We are in the tropics anyway, so you never know what could be growing. But sorry about the wind here. As I say, we're exploring nature while we're walking and talking, but I'm just saying, sometimes, it's like, it can be hard to be a teacher and stand there in front of everybody. But what I'm talking about though is the other thing. I mean, when you're not the one standing there and you're not on a stage as such, but you are the one who's going in and you're talking to certain individuals or groups of people that you might have to face now and again at work, for example, like people that I have to talk to in the office, for example, time to time. And it just happens wherever you go. It's nothing to do with culture or anything, background, the culture, even the language. It's just people in terms of their, as we call it Azzy. It's a word that we made up, Azimuth. Azzy, we just mean like, me and my friend, we just mean like, just this negative attitude and this ignorant, arrogant, lazy attitude. And some people are just like that. They let the pressures and stress of life, or they let the illusions that they see around them in life just dictate and control their mood, which is hard. Fair enough, it's hard sometimes to control your mood and be, always cheerful as such, in this world. But what I'm saying is, people like that who don't want to communicate, and they carry on a certain way, it can be hard for you to keep patient. It can be hard for you to continue being focused in your communicative ways in yourself. But I believe that you should always try. Check this out. But I'm just saying, I believe you should always try to focus, to be able to be a better communicator in yourself, in your communication, in the way you speak with others, and keep trying to be positive. No matter if people hear what you're saying or not, or they want to crap on you and whatever, you can't let that dictate, that your patience, and let your head explode, and and be so really under pressure because these idiots don't want to listen to you. It's not a case of calling people idiots. Negativity is foolish. So don't be the fool for others, okay? And don't bring yourself down for others. Just always be confident. Always be positive. I want to say, and just do what you can. Communicate with others the best you can. And be patient in yourself is what I would say. Okay, be patient with people. Now today, I've had to be patient with people. I've had to be patient. quite a few occasions recently, but I've had to be very patient in the office on a few occasions today, alone, you know. Sometimes you can read people like a book, and it's very sad to say that, you know, you read them more easier than a book. It's like, you know what it's going to be. And it's not like, I'm not saying like, you know, you paint the illusion in your mind like it's going to be a bad day today, so it becomes a bad day. I'm not saying that. I'm saying that sometimes you know people too well, especially if you're someone who's aware and you're someone who trains to see the truth too, and you're not someone who's just ignorant and just listen to yourself. But if you're someone, if you really do get to know people, after a while you will know the way they're going to be, and the pattern, and the way they speak, you know, and the way that what they listen to, what they don't listen to. You will know who's got an ego, who's got a chip on their shoulder as such. And if you're smart, you might say that if you're smart, you'll know how to adapt yourself and change and act and speak a different way and change to fit the situation as such yourself. But there's a different, you can change yourself, but you don't need to always change yourself in the way you speak to people just to fit in. You can also choose to avoid those people if you can, and avoid trouble at least. So what I'm going to say is, I've had to deal with a few people who are not like positive at all. You know, it's like they're always like got a negative outlook on life, and they think everything's a hassle. Communication itself is a hassle. I've had to be patient. But what I did today is I did something very different to what I usually do. I've got this app on my phone, this application, like this WeChat. It's called Weixin, a Chinese application that all of the students here use, all the people. And basically what I did is I sent lots of simple, short audio messages to individual students of mine, maybe around 8 or 10 students it may have been. But I just recorded my voice on a message on my phone, and I sent it to them because I know they all use it. Usually I would type, but they never receive these. It's very rare, but they never receive like a personal little recording where I've reached out to one student of like the hundreds of students that I teach the classes, and I just said, look, you're doing great. Always be confident in yourself, believe in yourself. I will always support you. You know, I hope you're having a good day today. How are you doing? Just a few words of encouragement or friendliness. And you know, this can sometimes brighten up someone's day. And you might say, well, you know, Richard's being smart there, trying to get the students on his side, but it's not the point at all. It's like, you are right to be doing that. If you always reject people and crap on people, the people you work with, your students, your teachers, your bosses, your lower workers, your family, your mum, your dad, your kids, your lover, your friend, if you crap on everybody and shit on people, excuse my language, how the hell do you expect people to respect you? You might think that it's not about you have to, or you know, you owe them so they can know you. No, it's not that. It's what I'm saying. It's like, you might think that if you're hard in this world and you're mean and tough and big boss or whatever in your attitude, that then everybody will respect you, people will fear you and this or that. But it depends. And that's not the point. You should. It's actually wrong. It's a fakeness. It's a weakness. Because as I've said before, bullies and people that go around with an arrogantness about them. I don't mean even the people. I don't only mean the people that go out looking for fights or arguments or want to scare people and bully people. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying even on the lightest level, like people that just, you know, look down on people and stuff like that. Those people, just when they look down on someone, just for any reason, just the way they are, you know, they just want to, you know, look at others like, you know, they're nothing, you know, and and only listen to themselves. They've got it's a kind of attacking thing already. Can you see that ignorant way, an arrogant way? It is in itself. It's a kind of attack, and it's just nasty. So what I'm trying to say is, they're cowards on the inside. They're uneasy on the inside. They're not calm. So that's why they have to try and put on this big show and all the rest of it. But they don't really have any control. No matter how much money they have, no matter how many people they have following them, it's not really happiness at all, because it's all fake and they know it. And all those people are losers, you know, and fools that follow them. So you don't have to be brave and tough and get into arguments and start standing up to people. And you can avoid it first and foremost. You can try to avoid that trouble, and you'll be doing the right thing to be doing so. I'm going to stop this one here, yeah? But I'll keep it real.